I am Tobore Oweh. I am a floral artist because flowers are art and it's my form of artistry. I was attracted to flowers, obviously from a physical aspect. I like to think about flowers from more of a spiritual awareness and consciousness. I think they kind of drew me to them naturally. It was kind of like my soul searching for something deeper. My pieces in themselves speak for themselves. There's no particular piece that I made where I was like, that's it. I think it's just been an accumulation of pieces that I have made. When it comes to flowers, I think my parents think I'm like having a good time. I'm not really sure if they take what I do seriously. I don't expect everyone to understand like floral design is an actual job. So we are here at the beautiful Mellano. This is kind of where I start off my day. Going for like a fall kind of arrangement today, but with pops of color because that's my thing. So I'm gonna play with purples, kind of pale pinks, but really sticking with that orange, burnt orange, burgundy reds of fall. I am from Lagos, Nigeria, Surulere to be exact. And my parents are from Lagos as well. They're Yoruba. So I would say that my parents in themselves are creatives. My dad was part of the evolution of the original Afrobeat. He played for a fella and he had his own Afrobeat band. My mom had a dental office in Nigeria right underneath where we lived. So a lot of that I think played into who I am as a creative. The colors I choose for my arrangements, how vibrant they are, just all from really being Nigerian and African. Working on my color palette in my head as I'm moving along. I did have an inspo picture, but I let the market kind of inspire what I do, so. Ooh, I love these roses. They're a very neutral color. Really like those. Totally into these, totally. The day I left Nigeria, I just remember being so scared. And I just remember being at the airport and just being excited at the same time, but feeling sad leaving my family. So I moved to Germantown, Maryland. That's Montgomery County. I just remember just like feeling fascinated by like America. A lot of Nigerians, especially when you're back home, it's like America is literally like this dreamland that, you know, everyone yearns to be a part of. You made it if you came to America. It was me and my brothers and my dad at first. And then my mom came over after a few years. My parents were very strict, so I really wasn't allowed to do anything. Just being undocumented as well, just having the mindset of just do what you can and be on the low. I like to have like 3 to 4 focal flowers and like 3 to 4 secondary flowers that kind of just accent my main flowers. So I just honestly start off by picking a lot of things out, and then I kind of narrow it down. Some of these are dangerously priced, and some of it will definitely get put back. But I try to stick with picking things that kind of go with my design style too. I had graduated high school a year early. I graduated high school when I was 15. And I was so enthusiastic about going to college. And then it hit me that I couldn't get financial aid because I'm undocumented. And I was kind of stuck in Maryland trying to figure out, you know, what my next move was gonna be. And I will never forget Design on a Dime. That was my show. And from that moment, I was like, okay, I wanna be a designer. What next? All right, so the first thing I do is pretty much put my chicken wire in place. That's what's gonna hold my stems in place. Add water. For this particular vase, it leaks, so I added a black liner inside so the water doesn't get out. So I'm gonna just start arranging. I'm just kind of focusing on creating my shape and what I want. This is just fun texture for me. I love adding texture to an arrangement. And I also like to spin it while I'm working. How did I get into floral design? I think it was a few things that happened in my life and experiences. Just starting from my mom. We had a lot of faux flowers around the house. We would go to the dollar store and make floral designs. Just using flowers as decorations in our house, I think subconsciously led me into floral design. All right, so now I'm gonna add some bittersweet in there. I'm still kind of creating the shape I wanna create. All right. Just so I'm evenly kind of spreading it out. Sometimes I'll take a step back, look at it, just to make sure it's going in the direction I want. Ooh, this is a long piece, but I love it. The Petal Effect has been an idea since 2012. It's something I always wanted to do, but never really had the courage to or had the confidence to really. It was at the point of the pandemic when we all had pretty much a lot of time to think things through and just sit with ourselves. I was working for someone that I wasn't too happy where I was, and I had decided that I needed to move on from that moment. And then just sitting at home and just really being frustrated as to like, what am I gonna do next? That kind of led me to really owning in on who I am and my story, being like, I'm gonna take a chance on myself and I'm gonna go ahead and launch my own business. It's very important to me that I establish something for myself and also shared flowers with my community. As far as placement, I like to, you know, we're taught as floral designers to kind of place things in threes, you know, and in triangles, right? So if I put one here, I want to put one down here and one up here, so it creates like a triangle. So when people see it, your eye kind of just like moves in that direction. But honestly, I go where my heart leads me. I don't follow the rules. Rules are meant to be broken. And I'm big on like my arrangements kind of looking weird a little bit, just a little weird. I love pretty, but weird is cool to me. My inspirations, I love Anthony, the boy who cried flowers. He is a mentor, a friend. Mallory with the flowers, Whit Hazen. I really love Bea Blooms as well. Bloom and Plume, of course. I'm kind of starting to go into my focal flowers. These are hella expensive because they're brown. So I really want them to stand out. I don't want them like hidden. I need these to be out because they're expensive and they deserve it. So it's like a constant turning and turning until you're like satisfied with what you have. Every piece is unique in its own way. There's no piece I make that is the same. Also, stamping myself on color and vibrancy and the airiness of my arrangements, I think, is putting me on the map. I added in some delphiniums, marigolds, coxcomb, lisianthus. It's pretty filled with pretty much everything. I love color, I love texture, and I also don't like my arrangements to look the same on both sides. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there. Being an entrepreneur takes a certain mindset. It's not for everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It takes someone that is curious about the endless possibilities and the opportunities that life has to offer. Perseverance, it takes consistency, and it takes, honestly, believing in yourself and owning your story, because if you don't know who you are, you can easily get lost in it. I'm my biggest critic, so I could be here like moving stuff around all day. But I'm pretty happy with it. Just seeing women of color around the world just doing their thing really brings me more motivation. We aren't just workers, we are owners, and we are owning our story, whatever lane that is, and it's such a beautiful thing to see.